And now
we are moving on to our Six Nations special. It is back. Ireland victorious again.
Yeah.
The men's team, the women's team, the under-20s.
Yeah.
6 wins out of 6 for Ireland so far.
Yeah. I was actually ashamed of myself last week because I forgot to mention the under-20s and the women's in the show. But like it was because when we got here, we were talking about it. And then when we went on camera,
we'd already said it.
We already said it, yeah.
Yeah. First of all, before we go into the Ireland senior team game, I just want to say, very impressed with the Irish women's team beating Wales in those absolute rotten conditions at the Energy Park. It was so bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. You know what else happened, which is disgraceful? The Welsh women went in for showers after the game. There was no hot water. Imagine that after that torrential rain. All you want to do is have a hot shower. No hot water for them.
I know. What do you meant to do? Also, shout out to Bevan Parsons, who scored an unbelievable try. But Ross, first of all, if you are a fan of the rugby, make sure to like and subscribe as well, because we're coming every week, and also the next show will be
the Ireland-England preview.
Ireland-England preview, like can't wait for that.
Which is always the match of the Six Nations.
Oh yeah, but Ross, do you know what I think we should do before we get exactly into the Six Nations with the men's? I think talking about the under-20s first, and then talking about the women's.
We already talked about.
Well, we talked. Well, yeah. Here, quick question: do you think the women fly like what? Okay, they're obviously playing away to England now.
Yeah.
Like, how do they fly with everyone else?
No, I think they will fly with everyone else. I think they'll, or maybe they won't fly with everyone. But I'm pretty sure Aer Lingus pay for their flights.
Yeah. They must do actually. Yeah,
because they sponsor the Irish rugby team.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they pay for their flights, which is great. Fair play to Aer Lingus.
Yeah.
I must say, when I was watching the women's, I know they're playing Wales, I was like, they're actually so much more skillful. They were just the better team.
Yeah.
Constantine, a fullback, was absolutely brilliant as well. I was just watching a few of them being like, the Irish women rugby team is very good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Apparently France and England are a mile ahead. Now in fairness, I'm not that into the Irish women's rugby, but when they're on TV, I'm like, right, I'm watching it.
I've been following the last 2 games. A lot of the girls actually follow us as well. Shout out to the girls.
Yeah, and you know what? They all seem lovely when they're interviewed afterwards.
Yeah.
We probably should get to a game.
I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah.
Would you be, that game would have been terrible to be at, to be fairness. Well, weather-wise.
Oh, well, I think it's now I have such little time, because I'm trying to spend as much time with my family as well, which I actually really enjoy doing. It's I'm going to the women's rugby. It's all right, you're at the men's rugby yesterday. It's mad, but look, they actually deserve support. So if you actually get a chance to see the women's or the under-20s play, go watch them play.
Yeah, definitely. Under-20s won as well on Friday night. They absolutely destroyed Wales in the first half. Wales got back into it in the second half, but I mean, that team
took their foot off the gas, which I don't know if it's actually great, but I'm pretty sure they were 21-0 up.
They were kicking ass, man.
Yeah,
Jack Rowley, unreal.
Yeah, they're top of the pops. I actually looked at him and it was like Jack Crowley 10. I was like, great Instagram handle.
Yeah, they're all but they're all the younger lads. They know what's going on, you know.
Oh, I know, yeah, but I was like, he'll keep that forever. As in that's the longevity of the Instagram handle.
Yeah, they've been absolutely brilliant. The last 2 games they've played as well, unreal. It's been unreal. So
but also, if you actually move to centre, you can just go Jack Crowley 12. It'd be fine. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Andy Farrell, Owen Farrell 10-12.
Yeah. Oh, that's been brilliant. But most of the people are here for the win over the weekend. Ireland beating Wales 24-14 in the Aviva Stadium.
There was fever in the Aviva.
Okay.
The Irish rugby team were back. The atmosphere in the stadium was hopping. And it was the best Ireland performance I've seen in maybe the last 2 years.
Yeah. Let's talk about what we were saying last week. Against Scotland, we were very unimpressed.
Very unimpressed.
We were sort of worried going into this game. With a lot of people. Like a lot of the people were sort of like, here, what Ireland's going to show up. What we actually got this weekend was what we thought we were originally going to get against Scotland.
Yeah.
First of all, quick hands, quick offloads. The back three were, let alone the pack, but the back three were brilliant. Larmour, Cooney.
No, Conway.
Conway, sorry, excuse me.
And Stockdale.
Yeah, but I don't even know what to say, as in they blew me away, literally.
So you were starting the backs, now I was starting the forwards. Maybe because I used to play the forwards, you used to play in the backs.
Yeah. Well, it's more because CJ Standard getting man of the match again. Everyone, and then Peter Mandy looks brand new as well.
Yeah, but I like to go through the entire team and talk about the performances.
Well, take it away, bud.
I thought Cian Healy was brilliant again. The scrum was much better this week. The scrum was actually quite poor last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was having problems, which is very rare for Ireland. Herring was actually brilliant. when Herring was first sort of named, I thought, he definitely played a lot more games than Kelleher like in his career, so maybe they're going for somewhat of an experience there, and obviously he used to train with Rory Best all the time up in Ulster. But he's been brilliant. I think Ireland have won 18, lost 2 of their line out. Like, that's fairly good numbers to put in there.
Do you think his game has improved because he has such experience on his left and right hand side?
Potentially so. Like, those 2 props are going nowhere in the scrum. And then on top of that, he has Henderson there to hit for his lineouts. His lineouts were brilliant, especially considering it was actually quite pretty easy on Saturday here in Ireland. Then the second rows, James Ryan is relentless. Ian Henderson's they're by far our best second rows individually anyway. Toner obviously fits in well there. And then
he came on.
In terms of the back row, I was like, any one of them could have been man of the match. I forgot to even say Tyke Furlong scored another try. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
What a monster.
See the passion out of his face after scoring that try?
Yeah, he was loving it. Like,
he
was like it was like roaring. I was like, go on the Tyke.
Yeah.
By the way, the best toy head prop in the world, bar none, no?
I don't know what, like, I mean, there's not much better.
Peter O'Mahony had a flawless game, bar I think 1 or 2 knock-ons. But, like, other than that, he was brilliant. The breakdown, his offloads, his carries. I think we were sitting here watching the match with my brother Chris.
And Theo.
I think, and Theo. And someone said O'Mahony was man of the match. I said Standard was man of the match. I think someone else said Conway was man of the match. That's how good Ireland played. That, like, anyone could have been man of the match. Josh Van der Fleer was fantastic again. What do you think of Murray, Baz? Because there was a lot of criticism of Murray last week. How do you think he handled the game this week after getting all that criticism?
I thought he definitely improved.
I'd agree. I think his game management was better. His box kicking was better.
But I think everyone's improved. Like, even Henshaw.
Oh, Henshaw's a different gravy, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, coming off last week, everyone's just... I don't know what it was, because before when people were criticising them, they really took it and they didn't want to talk to the media and stuff. And they were like, it almost felt like the media against them. But now they've like taken the criticism on board and gone for it. Like, in fact, I think Andy Farrell's done something brilliant there.
Yeah, well, they're after beating Wales with the bonus point, which is like almost unheard of after the Scotland game. Must say also, Johnny Sexton has taken this captaincy role so well. The way he speaks to the referees is so vital. And at the end of the day, it's one of those things where, as the out half, I sort of thought about this before, but not as in depth until I listened to Rowan O'Gara discuss it. When you're the kicker, sometimes you're told you're kicking a goal. I suppose when you're the captain and the kicker, you decide to kick a goal, which makes a massive impact on your thought process. Adds that extra bit of pressure on your shoulders. But Johnny Sexton thrives under pressure.
Yeah.
And he handles that captaincy role so well. He handles the refs very well. He's quite articulate to them. It was just something I haven't really seen from Ireland captains. Most times it's forward and he's just sort of giving out to the ref that he's not happy with the decision made. But Johnny Sexton, brilliant out of half. Bundy Aki, phenomenal game. Brilliant ball carries. Super tackling. And
You're me.
And then Henshaw in at second centre. This is one of the best Henshaw performances I've ever seen play. I watch Henshaw play for Leinster and go, he normally plays at 12 and go, he's absolutely brilliant. And then I watch him play for Ireland. I think I lied to myself and say, he's actually doing an alright job. When I don't think I think he underperforms for Ireland. He's a lot safer for Ireland. Yeah. There's less sort of flair out of him in Ireland. But at 13, he was a lot more expressionate. He moved the ball a lot more. He carried the ball better. I was very impressed with Henshaw this weekend. Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, there's no point in getting ahead of ourselves now, right? Because Wales did knock the ball on a lot. Also, one of their first attacks they scored a try. Also, every time they attacked, it looked like they were going to score again, or else they made a bit of a mistake.
And for the second week in a row, they dropped the ball over the line. They didn't put the ball down correctly.
And then also they got a try at the very, very end of the game. Now, I don't think that's a big deal.
No.
But what way should people take this result as?
Very, very positive. I think Wales were the Grand Slam champions last year. They actually had quite a decent World Cup outing. We had a very poor World Cup outing. We were poor the first game of the championship. Johnny Sexton saved us. He scored all the points. And this time around, it was a great performance. Larmour looked so dangerous. He's always looking to beat someone. Yeah. Conway, I thought, was fantastic on the wing. I didn't actually see a hell of a lot from Stockdale, but I didn't see him do anything too wrong either.
Come on. No.
No,
but I like that back three though. I like that back three. There's a lot of flair there.
Yeah, but I think they're looking to attack at all times. Larmour is almost like Ireland's version of Jason Robinson when he gets the ball. He's dying to run it back. That's all he wants to do. So
he's a line breaker.
He is.
He's magic.
Yeah, when he scored that try,
I think
incredible. I was like, how did he manage to get through all those people?
I think he's going to be way more impressive than Henshaw. I think he's going to live up to the hype that Henshaw people thought he was going to reach.
Yeah, I think
there's just something. There's something in his boots, and he's almost ahead of the game.
Yeah, but the only thing sometimes I look and go, he looks a bit slight, but that'll pay in his favour and will go against him. Defensively, will obviously go against him, but positively it will go for him. I think in terms of the bench, Kelleher came on for I think the last 5-10 minutes. Look, he got straight away stuck in. Didn't see him do anything wrong. I don't think there was a hell of a lot of them to do like fantastic.
Yeah.
Kilcoyne came on, brilliant performance. Great in the scrum. Porter I think only came on for the last few minutes as well. Yeah. Big Dev Toner came on.
He looks miles off the pace, by the way.
He does, doesn't he?
He's so tall.
Yeah, but he's too slow.
He is too slow.
Yeah.
Whereas Henderson and Ryan are way more like agile.
Yeah, 100%. They're almost sort of like having another back rower on the pitch with them. They can do it all.
Yeah. When Toner came on, right, we were getting a scrum, and when the front row were standing in front of him, he like petted them as if they were like a dog. They were like so much smaller.
He was like, "Good job, well done, lads." Yeah. I think we are short a bit on second rows.
Yeah,
I don't think our second row is our most in-depth position. Max Deegan came on for his debut, so fair play to him. That was obviously a big moment. Nice from get the win. Cooney came on. He only came on, I think, for the last 5-10 minutes as well. Yeah. He lost his boot for half of it.
Yeah, let's mention that. Cooney's boot came off during like the last few minutes. And then he kept just going. He was like, "Fuck the boot! Like I need to touch the ball." And then
I think he was like Murray was so good. I have to like show I'm good too.
Yeah,
which is like just shows the strength of the game.
Yeah, I actually got to Ross. Hopefully he has to kick the ball with no boot on. That would be funny. But he must be sick, man. By the way, on the bench.
Yeah, I'd say so because he couldn't have had any better of a season, and he still can't start.
Do you think he's the one guy who's most pushing on the bench to actually have it be a starter?
It's a bit of a strange one because Sexton's captain. Sexton loves Murray. It's almost like he doesn't really stand a chance.
Yeah.
And you almost have to look at like Luke McGrath nipping at his heels, or Gibson Park I think is almost being able to declare for Ireland soon. It's a very competitive position. Cooney hasn't put a foot wrong for Ulster, but maybe his success is his own downfall at Ulster. That like he also kicks a goal. He sort of does it all for Ulster. And
do you think if he went to Leinster he'd start?
I don't know.
Probably would.
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah, because he'd be beside Sexton.
Yeah.
Controversial, let us know what you think.
Then obviously Ross Byrne came on. He actually looked decent, run the ball. I think everyone who came on then had to try and do something to stand out. And then Earls came on in the centre. Was it Earls?
Yeah, Earls.
Or was Earls, yeah. I don't think actually
he came on for Henshaw.
I don't think much happened.
Yeah, no, I don't think really anyone made a big enough impact when they came off the bench.
No. But I don't think anyone got the chance. I think the team basically won the game.
The game was basically over. But Ross, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, you know what I mean? Because that's we try not to do, but we're passionate. You know what I mean? We're passionate guys.
We are, yeah.
We are passionate guys. Like Ross even had the green mic. We love it. Like we made sure to meet up to watch it and got Theo out and all. Like, but Ross, we beat Wales. We're now joint top of the league with France.
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay, so we have 3 games left. First one's going to be away to England. Then it's going to be a home to Italy, and then away to France. What do you think is going to happen here, Ross? Because we're playing England next. We'll win the triple crown.
I think we're going to compete with France for the title for the Grand Slam in France. I think we're going to beat England after watching England play Scotland there at the weekend. Yeah, it was a very dogged game. It wasn't very expansive. There was a lot of mistakes. Scotland were sort of kept in the game the whole time, and I just wasn't overly impressed with England. I feel like, that World Cup hangover is real for them.
Yeah. Although the weather was shit.
I know the weather was shit, but Scotland are quite dogged. Look, maybe it's the way Scotland are playing at the moment because we didn't look good against Scotland. England didn't look good against Scotland, but England also didn't look great against France.
Scotland made a bollocks of certain things as well, didn't it?
Oh, it was terrible. I was almost like, Scotland are going to get back into this. And then they gave away a really silly penalty about 30 metres out, and when you like, it was basically in front of the goal, and once you do that, Owen Farrell's going to pop that over, and then they were 10 points adrift, and once they were 10 points adrift, nothing. Although I enjoy watching man Adam Hastings play. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, then
and then France won with a bonus point against Italy, which was sort of as expected.
Yeah, but hold on, it wasn't expected that Italy would get 22 points.
No, it wasn't. But France, I think, were 21 points to 10 or something up at half time. They sort of won the game, then it let Italy get back into it. Weird enough, I think Italy have improved so much over the last 5 years, but they just can't close that gulf. Sure, they can't.
No, it's too big. But you have to make sure to tune in next time for our next rugby show, because we will be breaking down Ireland versus England. I can't wait for that. But Ross, right now, before we close things off, who do you think is going to win the Six Nations?
I think Ireland are going to win it.
I know, same here.
I'm not even messing.
Last week, can you believe last week we're like, oh my God, this is terrible.
I was like, for the best.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think we're going to win it.
I put a question out on the Energized page, so make sure to follow us on that. But I was asking people who they think is going to win as well. So I have like Ireland for sure. Ireland. Oh, Ireland for sure. Ireland. Italy. Shout out to Dunbox. Ireland. And then...
Did anyone say France, no?
Eddie Jones said England. Who's that?
What's that? Oh... Your man from Birmingham who follows us. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I know he's Australian. I know he's the England head
coach.
Okay. Do you think I didn't know that?
No, for a second I thought I may have said his name wrong. But that basically wraps up the show, Ross. We're going to be back next week with another show, as always. If you enjoyed the rugby crack, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to let us know who you think will win the Six Nations. And as always,
stay energized.